Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Real Oviedo against Real Madrid. It is match day 2. Really looking forward to this. I think there's a lot of excitement with the new team. We're still learning as fans, but I think the players are also still learning. The new system, the new style of play. For the new signings, they're still learning just the environment in general. But obviously, very exciting times ahead. But we still must get the job done. You know, a lot of times in the past, and I remember particularly when Carlo Ancelotti was here, whenever Real Madrid, and look, I don't know how Real Oviedo play. I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert, but I assume, and that's assumptions, they are not going to be coming in here playing the most stylistic, beautiful, most attacking football. They're probably going to, sit back a little bit. They're at home. They might put more men behind the ball, more men at the back to try to do what Osasuna did, right? Which, they saw what Osasuna did and how they succeeded basically. And despite them losing, they had, you know, they didn't concede a goal from open play, right? So I think a lot of teams know that since Carlo Ancelotti's time, Real Madrid have had this weakness where we can't break down teams that play low block defensive football. If you remember the likes of Cadiz back in the past, where that is how they were playing. So I think the teams that are not able to express their, you know, best football attackingly, they're gonna do that, man. Like, why would you come in here, try to play attacking football, fail, and then go in and concede 3, 4, 5 goals? And they're smarter than that. They know what they're doing, so they'll be coming in here. Obviously their home team. I keep saying that, but they will be at home with the home crowd, and they will be thinking, look, we have the opportunity to try to nick a draw. Maybe we can suffocate and frustrate Real Madrid, and then we can get a counter attack, and maybe we can get a cheeky win there. But most importantly, for I think how the way Real Oviedo might set up is they will try to be more defensive, coming with a more cautious approach. And for Real Madrid, um, I think we have to be patient. We have to be playing these, um, I would say, team play. We can't just be pinging balls as we've seen many times. You can't break down the team on the ground, so you try to go this long ball, and it just doesn't work because guess what? Our attack isn't 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" attackers. Mbappe isn't the tallest, and neither is Vinny if he starts, and we'll get onto that. Neither is Rodrigo if he starts. We'll also get onto that. And even the likes of Mastantuono, Arda Güler, they aren't tall players at all. So clearly, we cannot be competing offensively, physically. Defensively, I'm okay. Carreras is a pretty physical player. Hoyson is good physically. Chouameni as well. Adam Militao. I like that. And I think Fede Valverde has a little bit of strength to him. Trent is relatively strong as well. Um, yeah. Overall, I look at that team defensively, physical, yes. Offensively, not so much. So um, that is something that I want to see different. I don't want to be seeing these long pinged over the head, over the top passes. We gotta play it on the ground because that's the way we gotta play it. Um, but yeah, let's talk about Real Oviedo. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I don't know how they played last season in the Segunda. I don't know what to expect from this team. I'm not going to underestimate them. I'm not going to say that they are not going to be able to win or get a draw. Um, but they're currently 20th at the moment. They lost their opening game to Villarreal away. They got a red card in that game. Um, Reina, so he will not be available for this game. Um, but yeah, only one game so far. They went away to Villarreal, um, which is a tough place to go. So let's not make too much of that. Um, this is a side led by Santi Cazorla. Um, holy crap, man! We're gonna be playing against Solomon Rondon again. Oh my word! So Solomon Rondon was at Pachuca, and if you remember, we played against him at the Club World Cup 2 months ago, and he got Asensio sent off, didn't he? He did. So he is now at Real Oviedo with Santi Cazorla. That is a very nice partnership. They've got some recognizable faces, you know. That's actually very interesting. They've got Eric Bay. He was at Villarreal. He's now at Real Oviedo. Leander Dendoncker, former Wolves and Aston Villa midfielder and centre back technically. He's at Real Oviedo. Uh, Josip Brekalo, I think he used to play for Wolfsburg, didn't he? The Croatian winger. He's also now at Real Oviedo. Um, and then a couple of good-looking players. Like I said, Reina, Alberto Reina is suspended for this game. Hassan is a forward, Egyptian forward. I'm not sure how good he is, but they've also got Federico Vinas. Um, he's on loan as well from Mexican club Leon. We've got Santiago Colombato. That's a cool name. In the midfield, Luka Ilic as well, the Serbian. Where was he at? Was he at Torino? Wait, is that the same guy? I don't think it's the same guy, is it? Was it this guy? No, it's a different Ilic. Never mind. But this is an Ilic that came through Man City. I mean, he didn't come through Man City. He was at Man City for 5 years and didn't play. Went out on many loans and now he's at Real Oviedo. And then a bunch of other players in there. But what I see with this team is a lot of focus on experience, right? Santi Cazorla, 40. Solomon Rondon, 35. Eric Bay, 31. Then Donker, 30. Brecalo, 27. Alberto Reina, 27. Colombato, 28. To be fair, Hassan is 23. Luka Ilic, 26. There were a few others. Federico Vinas, 27. They have got many experienced players. So let's not sort of make it seem like we are playing against a young promoted team full of young players and they're not gonna have any backbone experience. No. Real Oviedo have a different approach than most teams. Now, whether they're successful, we have to see. But you look at that and you sort of go, they can cause problems, you know. But ultimately, if you look position to position, Real Madrid should be winning. Should. Right? Should. But anyways, I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna talk about the starting 11 for Real Madrid. And for me, I don't see many changes except for one, which has been reported. I forgot who reported it, but someone did, and I choose to believe that source. And it could be wrong, and if it is wrong, so is life. Anyways, in goal, no change. In fact, pretty much the whole back line has no change. Courtois is the best keeper in the world. I've said it many times, and I'm still standing by that. The back four I thought was a solid foundation. Look, Trent, his hate after that first game is so forced. It's so forced. Like, the moment he has a good game, every hater goes quiet. The moment he has got a very mid/poor game, the dogs come barking, right? So I'm not going to bother about reacting to those people because they're attention seekers. We know what Trent is going to bring. We know that, or we knew that his defensive strength weren't as good as his offensive strength, and we knew there were going to be cons defensively. Now it's how you address that and how you support him in that. Militao and Huijsen look good. Carreras looks very good, especially as a balanced wingback, fullback. He's doing it all. Good. Chouameni, Valverde, Arda Güler. Good. But I'm wondering when Bellingham does come back in late September, maybe October as well. You know, what does it mean by then? I don't know. And then the front line, I have got a change. One source, like I said, I forgot who. I've been reading so many. One source said that it is expected for Rodrigo to start against Real Oviedo, but on the left, which is his preferred position. Now, I don't know how true and significant this is going to be, but when you have Rodrigo starting, and you have him starting on the left, that means that Vini Jr. is going to come out, right? Now, I don't know if this is sort of a let's test it out and see who will be the number one and who will be fighting. Because Mbappe is a guaranteed starter. We've seen it before last season. So far this season, he has put himself as the main man. Vini has not been convincing. Rodrigo has not been given a chance. So, I think what Xabi Alonso might do, if he does choose to start Rodrigo, which he might not. He might choose to start Vini and bench Rodrigo again. It could be that. Rodrigo could be on the right. But ultimately, if Rodrigo starts on the left and Vini Jr. is on the bench, it tells you that this manager is not here to play favoritism. He's not here to be scared of players. He's here to set the standard, the example to everyone, saying, I don't care if you are Vinicius Jr., two-time Champions League winner, close to winning the Ballon d'Or, a player who should have won the Ballon d'Or. It doesn't matter. As long as you are not putting in the effort now, the present, that's it. So I like that sort of attitude, that signals being sent, that warning being sent to not just Vini Jr., but to Mbappe, to Rodrigo, to anyone in this team that is not playing for the team. And I think it's about time we address that, because last season was terrible. We saw so many games where the players were just doing what they wanted to, and there was no strictness. There was no rules. Whereas you look at Barcelona last season, and this has been spoken about so many times, I'm not going to talk about this. You come to training late by 5 minutes, out of the starting 11, you go. Discipline. Rules. Yeah, we need that. And the club is probably going to back Xabi Alonso on this. They're not going to make the decision on it, but if Xabi Alonso chooses to, they will back him. So now Vini Jr., please, okay, we want to see the best of Vini Jr. I want to see Vini Jr. cook. But we know that in order for that to happen, he must be playing at 100% and giving in his effort for himself, and most importantly for the team. And I'm sorry, man. Last season, we didn't see that. So far this season, we haven't seen that either. So we need that. Which is why I think it could be like a warning signal for Rodrigo to start on the left, and Vini Jr. to get benched, and Tuono to play on the right, and Mbappe. I really, really like this because I think Tuono's ceiling is so high. I like him a lot, and why not? He's a youngster. He's just come in. Give him the game. But yeah, anyways, I don't think Vini Jr. would have suited this game anyways. So, meh, who knows? But yeah, finally score predictions. I'm gonna go Real Oviedo 0, Real Madrid 2. Hopefully, we keep the clean sheet again for the second game in a row, and also just score some goals, hopefully. But let me know what thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the thumbs, subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.